Yeah.
The promoter should be the one trying to, I mean, they have their place as far as negotiations and all that, but the fighter is the one that should determine the outcome.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't think, Pacquiao is confident enough to take the fight. If he's looking at the money like he is.
Yeah.
If the fight even is gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't see his last fight, so I wanted to check out his last fight, but I didn't get to watch his last fight, and I wanted to see where he was at after getting knocked out. Okay.
What did you think about that fight? That Brandon Rios fight you talking about? Man, are you talking about Pacquiao versus Brandon Rios?
Yeah, but I didn't get to watch it. I wanted to see it to see how Pacquiao was gonna bounce back.
Yeah.
If he had the determination and the hunger and dedication to bounce back from a knockout. It's still those are fights that are hard to bounce back from.
Yeah.
Just like when Mayweather fought me. When I fought Ivan Robinson, they're like, "Whoa, what's happening? What happened to Angel?" They're like surprised. Man, Mayweather did knock me out. They shouldn't have stopped. They shouldn't have stopped the fight. It went the way it went, but it played out the way it played out. It is what it is. But come on. You know what I'm saying? Come on. It's all about politics as well.
Big time.
He was well known and all that. His whole family, his family tree, man. Yeah. Yeah, my boxing background's from the steel mills with Gary, my dad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's why when they respect me so much in the game, because I came from nothing and became something without having a certain promoter, manager, matchmaker. I didn't have all that.
Yeah. Well,
it happened.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about that. Let's talk about your story from day one, from the beginning, Angel. What got you into boxing, and when did you start boxing?
I was born. This is the start of the book, October 30th, 1974.
Mm-hmm.
What fight was that? That was the greatest fight of all time. Ali versus George Foreman, Rumble in the Jungle.
That's right.
Zaire, Africa.
That's.
I was born that same day in Gary, Indiana.
Nice.
That's the start of the book. Then the start of the movie too. But
well, like I said, you got a better story than Gotti and Ward. Go ahead, Angel.
Then then fighting in Gary a lot. My brothers, they used to bring their friends and their little brothers to come, and it's like nobody knew nothing. I just look out the front door, and I can see my brothers, their friends, and their little brother, and I knew what time it was. You know, had to tell me, man. That's all I did was fight. I came to Chicago, Indiana, where Kenny Lawson was from. That's where I was raised. That's where I went to school. That's where I started boxing.
Well, who? I'm sorry, who? Who did you say? Oh, okay. Tim Austin. Okay. Yeah.
No, Kenny Lofton.
Oh, Kenny Lofton. Okay. My bad.
Yeah, that's where he's from, where I went to school in East Chicago. But I think it was third grade. I was 9 years old. I was a bully, man. I was the only white dude in the projects, okay? I'm the only white dude in the projects, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I was crazy, you know what I'm saying? Because Gary is, 98% of Gary is black, so all my friends are black, so I'm in the projects. I'm at school, I'm bumping this dude out, telling him, I tell him this, that, this. I told him where to meet me at the park, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't know I had detention, you know what I'm saying? And in my mind, I'm like, man, I had detention. I mean, he's gonna think I chicken out. So after detention, I'm walking outside the school. I could look from a distance, all kinds of kids going crazy. I'm like, he waited. Oh, okay. I went there, tore his tail up, went home. I had blood all over my hands. My dad looked at me. He said, "You been fighting again?" I said, "Yes." He took me to the gym at 9 years old. I got in the ring with a guy named Jesus Fuentes.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Fuentes was on TV. Jesus Fuentes is a good friend of mine. He was on TV as one of the biggest drug cartel people in the world. He was on TV. But he was in boxing. He was boxing for a couple of years, and I got in the ring for the first day. We sparred. He knocked me down 3 times. I got up the floor. I pointed to everybody. I said, "I'm going to be world champion." They laughed at me. They laughed at me. They laughed at me. And people don't understand my whole life. They put me down. They laughed. My own dad, this and that. But he was always behind me. But he always, he put that liquor in him. You know what I'm saying? He was putting me down, stupid, down. You know what I'm saying? And, man, 18 got into my car accident. As you know, should not be here.
Yeah.
21 was world champion. World champion only had 11 fights. Fought Calvin Grove in Atlantic City. He had 50-something fights. Knocked him out in the 7th round.
Nice.
Just blew up.
Nice. So
just fought all over. I didn't just fight in the United States. I fought in South Africa. I fought in Europe. I fought in Canada. And the United States. You know, and I was defending my world title in different countries. It did not matter. You know, that's what a fighter does. It should not. You know, shouldn't matter where you fight.
Yeah. So
you know, say like I said, when I fought Gotti, he was in his own town. His referees. He gets paid more than me. His weight class, no belt, but it didn't matter. I told people it ain't about the belt. What matters is Angel Manfredy, W over Arturo Gotti.
Yeah, yeah. And you were brought in.
The belt don't make the champion. The champion makes the belt.
Absolutely.
I proved that to the whole world.
Absolutely.
I proved that to the whole world because of my ratings on TV, because of what I did, because of my style, my technique, my ability to overcome, to weather the storm, and to have a story behind it. What great is a fighter? A good fighter has a story behind behind them.
Yeah.
All your fighters.
Sex, drugs, and rock and roll, huh?
Have a story.
Yeah. No.
I can't wait to do this. I can't wait to do this book.
It sounds like it's gonna be a very interesting book.
I'm talking to somebody from Louisiana. They're gonna come down to Indiana. They want to do a documentary, and we're gonna try to sell it to HBO. And you know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, it's gonna happen. You know, things are gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I tell people. You know what I'm saying? I don't gotta go into the fight game. I don't gotta go to the fight world. Go to a fight to they know me. You know what I'm saying? They know me. You know what I'm saying? They know me. They know the story behind the mask. You know, they're gonna really know it when they read the book.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why I was going through what I was going through, why I went through what I went through, why I was training this way. Well, you just gotta know what's happening. You know, what people don't understand is it's not what happens in the ring, it's what happens out the ring what determines a fighter. You know, Mayweather, what people don't realize, I don't know, as far as hanging around with him. I only had dinner with him one time back in the day in Vegas. You know, he blessed everybody and fed everybody. It was nice, you know. But he's a good guy, you know. I like Mayweather. And but what people don't realize is Mayweather is that's his job. You know, that's what he loves to do. You know, it's like it was for me. I love to do it. Then I lost my love.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I'm sorry. Let me just ask you. Go back to what you said when it came to going to dinner and all. How did that come about? You basically, this is obviously after you guys already faced each other. You guys hung out and went out to dinner. How long ago, just an estimation, was that? And how did that come about? He contacted you, or how did that come about?
I was out in Vegas with my wife, I believe. It might have been the Francois Botha fight.
Okay.
Might have been that fight. You know,
Tyson Botha?
Not too sure. Francois Botha and Mike Tyson.
Yeah, is that what
it might have been that day. I'm not too sure the actual day, but I was in Vegas with my wife. You know, and Rockman was there, part of the people. It was probably 6 people at the table, and we all ate. And Mayweather was there, and it was nice. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay, so it was like you guys just met up, basically. It wasn't like arranged or anything like that, right?
I really don't know how it came about. You know what I'm saying? I know he wanted to get together, and you know it happened. You know, all the men, all the fighters. It was like fighters. Rockman was there. I remember Rockman, Floyd, me, and 4 other people. You know?
Oh, okay.
Might have been his bodyguards or something.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Okay, that's cool. Now let me ask you about Arturo Gatti, Angel. That was the fight that really made you. You were kind of brought in that fight to lose, and like I said, a lot of people don't know this, but when you beat Arturo Gatti, he was a big deal at the time. He was considered one of the best fighters of the world. How did that fight come about, and how surprised were you when you got the phone call to land that fight?
Well, what people need to understand, it might have been 2 or 3 years before the fight. Me and my wife was in the living room and we're watching boxing on ESPN2, and it was Arturo Gatti, and he knocked somebody out nasty on TV. I pointed at the TV and said, "I'm gonna fight him, babe." She goes, "Yeah, right." She had doubt in her mind, and in my spirit, I said, "We'll see about that." In my mind, 3 years later, guess who's walking in the ring with Gatti?
Yeah.
I made that fight happen.
Yeah.
My mouth and the way I was fighting on HBO made that fight happen.
Yeah.
And he looked at me. I remember the day he looked at me. It was a press conference. He turned. We were both sitting there. He turned, looked at me. He said, "You got what you wanted."
Mm-hmm.
I said, I looked at him. I said, "I got what I wanted." I said, "You're making $1 million." I said, "It's in your hometown." I said, "It's in your hometown." I said, "You got the judges, you got the referee, you know you're fighting for your belt. But it doesn't matter. It ain't about your belt. It ain't about your hometown. It's about your name. Mm-hmm. I'm going to beat you. I'm going to knock you out. You ain't going the distance. You ain't going to 10 rounds." And whatever I told him, same thing happened in the ring that day.
Yeah. So did you
Go ahead. People need to understand, Arturo was an awesome fighter.
Yeah, he was.
Awesome. He was a challenge when I always wanted to beat the best. After I became champion, I said, I want to be the best now. So I had to defend my belt 7 times, and then finally get the opportunity to see Gatti. Mm-hmm. Okay? So it took time.
Mm-hmm. Did you guys have... Go ahead. Did you have any animosity towards Gatti? Did you guys get along, or was it just talk for the fight?
I wouldn't say we got along, but after the fight, when my wife told me he was playing with my kids, it made me humble myself, give him respect, as a fighter and morally as a person. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So did you guys keep in contact at all?
No, we didn't keep in contact. But he always he gave me the fight that I wanted.
Yeah.
And that was a hard fight. People's fight. People's fight. And even though the odds were against me, mm-hmm. They're talking negative. They're talking negative. But you know what? It's something my whole life that I've dealt with my whole life. I always got put down, and I always overcame. Mm-hmm. When I beat Gatti, that's it. Sports Illustrated, all the magazines. I mean, you name it.
Yeah.
That was it. I already fulfilled what people don't understand. I fulfilled what I wanted to fulfill, and I became the best. So when I became the best, I was already satisfied. Mm-hmm. So really, nobody else really could really move me. So like when they offered Mayweather, I was like, who the hell's that? Like when they offered, when I converted, and they offered David Kravitz, I said, you know what? I think I could probably make 130. Yeah, I'll fight him. Yeah, I couldn't make 130. Mentally I said yeah, but my body said, no. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so during all those fights that I had,
Yeah.
It's crazy, you know what I'm saying? I put on the gloves. I'm fighting Paul Spadafora, my last title fight on HBO, and they gave me the gloves the day of the fight, about a half hour before the fight. You're supposed to wear the gloves the day before the fight to make sure they fit your hands and all that. You got a second pair and all that. I get the gloves a half hour before the fight, and I couldn't fit my hands in the gloves.
Yeah, man.
It's politics, man. It's just politics, man. That's all it is, man.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
I sparred Paul Spadafora.
Yeah,
I sparred him. Yeah, that's another name I forgot. I sparred him last year.
Oh yeah.
Early last year.
Well, it's the name is what